So for the last couple of weeks, I have been doing research on this Xbox Project Scorpio controller. Now, the Project Scorpio was the name for the Xbox One X in development. But I got this from people that I know at Xbox. And I believe this is actually a prototype of what would be essentially given out to the development team later on. And there's some strange oddities that I don't see documented online, at least for the one that's known to exist. I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can see this in better detail. Here is the controller itself. As you can see, it is a little bit scuffed up. It isn't in the best condition, but given the fact that this is actually probably a prototype, and there's several interesting details to note about this that does point to this being pre-production. Let's start with the outer shell here. So everything looks kind of normal from the front, right? All the colors are correct. The sticks are a bit worn down from use. But now we're going to get to some of the things that makes this more or less pre-production like. Not sure how well this is going to come up on camera, but I'm going to do my best. The Xbox logo that is on the back of the this controller is much more like pressed in rather than being flush like it would be on the controller. And then let's not try breaking this. Klutzy hands. Another thing that I noticed is that the rails are completely different. I'm not sure how well this is going to come up on camera, but you can see the one rail has this texture going up to like the trigger area, and then on the other side it's completely flush, kind of like the original V-neck controller. So I'm thinking maybe this was them testing, do we want to do a gripped texture, or do you want to leave it flat sort of deal? But they're both like the same shade as the controller itself. So that's already kind of odd on its own. But then I decided to pop off these rails, which was a risky move in of itself, because obviously if this is a prototype controller, which I have very, very much reasons to believe this is a prototype, I'm going to do my best to try to get the light on it to hopefully show, but it's not necessarily... Okay, you could probably see now. There is something very odd about this controller. Those are star head screws, which are never used on any OEM controller. But they're also black, which the OEM version of this controller has black screws. But they're their typical T whatever security bit. Okay, I was like, okay, maybe these screws were replaced. No. If I pop off the other side, do my best, try not to break this. But yeah, let's get a better, closer look at these rails while they're off. So as you can see, this one's completely flush, no texture. And this is the other one. As you can see, there's a little more texture going on this one compared to the other. So, but yeah, as you can see, even on the other side of the controller, again, it's the star thing. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's not the case. No. I pop out the batteries. Not only is there no label, which yes, some prototype controllers, depending on if they're being sent out to developers or not, the ones that were sent out to developers often have like a prototype stamp on it. But the ones that were used internally, where this came from, like I said at the beginning there, don't always have stickers. But then again, there we go. Color matched Starhead screw. Again, every single screw in here is a Starhead screw. Color matched, different textured handles. And something that doesn't look correct with this very, inset thing. I think this is a pre-production version of the Project Scorpio controller. Let me know what you think down below. Is this something I should be taking better care of? Because I've been using this admittedly just to play xCloud games. Should I be using this? Should I be preserving it? Do you think this is a prototype? Let me know.